Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
In April 4th, my lease is up in my apartment with my girlfriend, but we've been having some relationship problems ever since we moved in together. Yeah, it's always fun times.
You know, that's what marriage is like in your first year. Nobody ever tells you that the first year of marriage is what you're experiencing. You just learn how to live together, and there's all kinds of problems.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from my dad. But I was curious about, I've been talking to my dad about moving back in with him. He would charge me $400 a month in rent. I do have medical bills coming up from a motorcycle accident that happened.
Oh, no.
And then...
You okay?
I turned out okay. Yeah, I turned out just fine.
So I got a question
and
for
then
you.
The part,
quick question.
Yeah,
before we get to the money, because I think this plays into the money issue. You've been living with your girlfriend for how long?
A year.
A year.
Last year, April 4th.
A year. And you developed some real relationship. Okay, and you developed some real relationship issues now that you're living together. And so you think the solve is to stay living together but just go back to Dad's house?
We would go separate. She would go to her parents and I would go to my dad.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. That's actually okay. I'm feeling better with that. I didn't know because you guys got to figure out your relationship issue, and living together is probably not the best way to do it. In my opinion. I know I'm old school.
Does the issue have to do with money, or is it separate?
She gets very angry at me over little things. And don't get me wrong, I'm a human. I'm not perfect. I do some things wrong to myself. And her money issues she's not great with her finances. I've tried to coach her a little bit based off of your guys' teachings. She just can't really pull it together since the year we've been.
Okay. But is she getting angry at you over money things and your coaching, or is she getting angry at you about other things?
Just house things. Say if I come home from work and I just kind of want to relax and do nothing, she'll start getting angry. Or if I forget to do dishes, sometimes she'll get on me. Like I said, we take turns cleaning and whatnot. But
yeah.
Is she, okay, I got to ask. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. Is she angry or is she just perturbed? In other words, I want you to rank it for me, her reaction from a 1 to a 10, 1 being like maybe a little sigh where she's rolling her eyes, to angry, she's throwing something at you. Give me a ranking. What's happening?
I'll give it like a solid 5 to 7. It's no throwing. We don't ever lay hands on each other or anything like that.
Well, thankfully.
Yeah, that's why I put it at 10, throwing at you. Okay. Wow, Jade, what do you think of this? I feel like you need to get involved here.
Yeah, I wanted to know how long you were dating before you moved in together.
Oh, good question.
3 years.
3 years.
And was she angry at that time too?
No, it just really started since we moved in together.
So this is
last year, April.
This is playing into what we know, which is a lot of people. I'm stepping into the waters now, Ken. You know, a lot of people, when they move in together, the thought, Ken, is I'm just going to test it out.
Yeah,
right.
I
think I want to marry this person. I think I want to be with this person for the long haul. Let's test it out and see. But really, it causes people to go in the opposite direction. And there's been studies now that say that living together is you're least likely to have a successful marriage or even see.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's almost like a commitment thing. It's like you don't have to dial in full commitment.
Which makes those things even more irritating.
Yeah, it's almost like a symbol of lack of commitment.
I think you're right. Stacey stuck with me. You know?
Yeah.
We got paper, we got some ink, you got to pull all that apart. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas it's like, hey, I don't want to marry you. I'll live with you. It's like the ultimate signal of lack of commitment. I don't want to marry you. So I wonder if underlying, she's feeling something. It's like, I'm with this guy and she might have marriage expectations, but you're not actually married. And so you guys are feeling that tension of the reality versus what you kind of think it is in your minds.
Although I will say this, Jeremiah.
You are probably 100% on spot.
She is.
Ever since, she's big on marriage. She's always kind of mentioned that to me, but I've always been a little skeptical just because I don't know. It's tough out there.
Well, Jeremiah, this is where the rubber meets the road as it relates to my advice.
It's true.
You need to understand, young man, that if you put a ring on her finger and you marry her and you come home,
it ain't no going back.
And you just jump on the couch and you don't do what she's expecting you to do as it relates to your house stuff, she's going to still be angry. So we've got to figure out relationally, what is your part in this deal? And where do you need to step up? And then now listen to me, Jeremiah, if you step up, does she chill out? And so I'm gonna make a ruling here.
Yeah, make a ruling.
The starting question was, should we renew the lease? The answer is no. I think you need to go your separate ways for 6 months, and let's figure you two out. And you, young man, need to start with, do you want to marry this young lady?
And the answer doesn't have to be yes.
And if it's not, fine. But you owe that to her because she's made it clear she wants to get married. You're just kind of kicking the can down the road.
Yes.
I think I'd start there. Let's separate. Let's live apart. I'm not saying break up.
See things get better. Yeah.
I'm not saying break up, but let's not live together. And let's see where we want to go. We're on Team Jeremiah because you called. But I'll be honest with you, if she called, I'd have been on her team.
And
so, you know.
when you separate your living situation, like we said, you're still dating. Then take that time to start figuring out what it would look like if you're there. I don't know if you are, but if you are there, if we were to be married, what would it look like? What do we see for each other? What are gender roles? What do you think a man's role is? What do you think a woman's role is? Like, you guys talk about that stuff because you did get a little glimpse of, you thought you could come home and pop open a beer and watch the game, and she said, no, there's dishes in the kitchen. So you guys have to talk about that and arrive at what that means for both of you. And of course, if you do get married, go through marriage counseling and go through Financial Peace University.
Yeah, I agree.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.